Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Monday planning session. This week, I want to welcome you guys to our St. Patrick's Day theme. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Oh my goodness. I hope you are all having your corned beef and cabbage, whether you had it today. I had mine last night. I am very excited about this. This is going to be a good one. I know it. I want to show you, I want to find some inspo for today's because, of course, we are going to be doing St. Patrick's Day. Hey, Brooke. And so let's kick this off. Also going to do a quick flash sale on this. One moment. There we go. Okay. Hey, Spooky. Okay, everyone. Good morning. How are you? How was your weekend? I'm going to go ahead and search for St. Patrick's Doodles. St. Patrick's Day Doodles. Oh, it was good. Pretty chill. Yours? Hey, Jessica. Thanks for the follow. It was also pretty chill. Caught up on Traders. I still have 1.5 episodes left, so that's insane, but it's so good, you guys. Oh, I love doing gnomes. I think that they're so cute to draw, so we're going to download that. And the reason I do it this way is because if I see something, I can draw it. And so I really like having our inspiration to at least kick us off, and then we can really make it our own from there. Like, I love these. I know they're clip art, but we can totally recreate them on our own. Let's see. Okay, I feel like those are two good ones to start with. Perfect. So we're going to start to approach this. I always like to start with our goal planning. So for this week's pathway, let me flip back to our monthly. And in March, we're really focusing on career. Hey, Benny, thanks. So I'm going to keep focusing on our career goals of posting more to help us create more freely. Now, this is just an example of how you could go about your own pathway focus. Someone on here recently told me that they were an influencer and that this would be a great planner for them to really create more content with and to schedule in how they're spending their time. So I thought that this would be a great example to go with. And so let's start off by carrying over our weekly pathway focus of career. And to write this, I'm going to grab our zebra click art pen. And this is the green color for St. Patrick's Day theme. So let's go ahead and write career. What are you guys focusing on this week? What is your pathway focus? There's no right or wrong. It really is going to be different for everyone. Actually, I'm not going to put this away yet. Because then down here, what you do is you are going to refer back to your monthly. And you see how here it says umbrella goals, create more freely. Well, we broke that down into our monthly action item, which is post more. So that is what we are going to carry over here. This is something that doing consistently will help us reach this umbrella goal. So post more is carried over to our monthly action item. One thing I also like to do is taking a look, thanks Angie, is to take a look back at last week's and see, okay, what was our weekly action item? Because we had the same monthly action item of posting more. So for example, you might want to post 1 video daily. And it's important here to take a moment and think, how did that go? Do we feel like it worked well? Is it something we want to carry over? Do we want to elevate? And for us, I think that this is a great goal, so let's just keep it as post 1 video daily. Because I feel like this is a goal that someone could actually reach. It's attainable, and it will help us to reach our monthly action item. Okay. And that is how I like to go about my goal planning system. Now, the next thing I like to do is you can schedule in time, for example, to really reach this goal. So instead, because this is a posting one video daily, well, it's important that we have our calendar ready. And so one of your to-dos is going to be plan content. So for that, I like to do next, and we are going to grab a red Pilot G2 pen. You'll see that right here. And I always choose a red pen for our to-dos because that does create that sense of urgency. And so we are going to have it be plan content. Again, this is just an example of how you could go about your own career goals. If you are that influencer, if you're just looking to express yourself more freely and more creatively. Thanks, Frida. Okay, so that would be your first to do. Now, hey, Grains, the next thing I like to do is flip back and see, okay, what to-dos did I complete? Which ones should I carry over? I need to do those, but this one I'm not in a rush for because I was thinking it's not quite the end of ski season yet, so we're going to shift that to become a personal reminder. So that we're going to actually grab a Pilot G2 green pen to stick with our theme. Let me go ahead and grab that and show you. I'm thinking the lighter green, but these are our two options. These are both Pilot G2 pens because those are my favorite, actually. I really like those. I've tried a lot, and those are my top picks. I like the lighter green. It's similar to the click art pen that we have down here, so we're going to stick with that one. And so it's okay to make some of your to-dos when you realize they're less top of mind or you look into it and you're like, this isn't the time to do it, to transfer it to become a reminder. Okay. But let's say, for instance, you need to make this still your to-do. You can carry it over. And then any personal to-dos that you have going on this week, this is a spot to do that as well. So let's think. What do we have to get done this week? I'm trying to think about, there are some emails we have to reply to that sometimes you can just let slip by if you're not careful. So we're going to make sure to be extra careful. And our book club, Under the Umbrella of Book Club, meets this Thursday. So we really have to make sure we are ready for that, which I'm so excited about because I finished the book and I won't give anything away, but I loved it. That's the only thing I'll reveal. And if you have read The Wedding People, if you haven't read The Wedding People, there's still time. I'm going to add this in next. That is going to be on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. But before we go ahead and add in our live schedule, I want to finish up this part of the planner, which is the reminders part, because I always do the to-dos and the reminders first, so that way I can see, okay, how can I schedule this in at some point into my weekly planner? So for work reminders, maybe you need to plan a lunch and learn, but not until April. Okay, so that's probably not your first priority right now. So let's just put it under work reminders so you don't forget. I also like to flip back and see what else did I write. I do need to order the photos and spring cleaning. Oh, that's huge. Those are personal reminders. For work, we can add that in here too. And maybe you need to finish writing a proposal, but it's going to take a while. So instead of having that be a to-do every single week, let's make it a reminder so you can work on it over time. Amazing. Now, I actually want to shift our minds to a different concept. So the next thing I'm going to have you do is write a positive affirmation, okay? What a positive affirmation is this is a positive saying, mantra, phrase that helps to shift your mindset. So if you have this negative self-talk, if you're telling yourself, I can't, or I'm not capable, I want you to challenge it. I want you to write something in the present tense that's going to tell you, I can, I am, and ultimately, it's going to break that thought cycle whenever it comes up. So let's be specific here. So we are focusing on our career goals this week, right? And the concept would be if you're really trying to be a little extra creative and just trust in yourself. So let's think about how we could write a positive affirmation to help align with any negative self-talk we may be dealing with. So you could have it be, I am confident in my creative ability. I trust in my sense of self. I focus on what I can control. This is just like different examples of how you could maybe brainstorm your own positive affirmation. And I want you guys to share your own positive affirmations for this week in the comments, because it really is helpful for just myself and for those of you on here who are looking for more inspiration on a positive affirmation. So for this week, I am going to go with I create freely and abundantly. So I like to make these look a little extra pizzazzy. So I'm actually going to pull up I'm thinking of doing the 3 clover, but I'm confused as to why a shamrock. Let's do the shamrock behind this. Okay, so to draw this top left corner here, I'm going to grab, this is the green zebra mild liner that I have, and the specific color is technically olive. Okay, so I have that here. And what I'm going to do is in this box here, I'm just going to roughly sketch it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this is my little trick when it comes to drawing shamrocks. You see here how it's the 3 little parts of it. These are each little hearts. So just draw hearts, okay? That's the easiest way to go about this. So I like to draw this one right over here first, and that's just going to look like that. And then we're going to do the same thing up here and over here. And then we're just going to color it in with the bold tip of the pen. And I always use mild liners for doodling in this planner. The paper is 120 GSM bleed proof bright white paper. So these do not go through, which is amazing and such a requirement when it comes to planning, which is why we make sure to design it this way. But also what I love about using the zebra mild liners is that you can then write over it, and that's huge. So I am then going to grab a black Sharpie pen. Okay, this is my go-to pen for literally everything. I love this pen for doodling. I find it's like I use it for literally everything. It's just my go-to. And I've tried a lot of different ones. I have been using it and I always go back to it for literally probably like 10 years now. So I am going to write over this our positive affirmation. So I create freely and abundantly. And so you see how I wrote this in the present tense, and it's a positive. Thanks, JS. It's a positive affirmation. It's telling me, you know what? No matter what I'm thinking, I want to tell myself, I create freely and abundantly. It challenges that negative self-talk. It challenges any self-doubt that you're facing. And this could go for all parts of your life. So, for example, if you are focusing on improving your productivity, one in the past that we've done is I am effectively using my time to reach my goals. And so there's so many different ways that you can go about your positive affirmation and truly just shifting the way you think. And it takes a lot of time, but repetition is going to be your best friend. Okay? Fabulous. Now what I want you to do, or what I do, is I go in and I add our live schedules for the week. I always do that. I like to keep them the similar color to, in this case, it's going to be a green, because I love to color code. And why I do this is so when I'm looking at my planner, I can just quickly recognize, oh, I have a live that's in green at, for instance, 11 a.m. Eastern, or tomorrow night. Having the color coding just makes it easier for our brain to recognize what to work on. Spooky says, I'm doing mine lime green and pink and it's giving watermelon. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, I was thinking the other day, hey, thanks Renee, about how it's the fruit season, because I got really sad because orange season's almost over and I love oranges. And so that just reminded me of that. Because then you go through this awkward in springtime when there's like, not really just like one fruit, you know? Okay. Now let's go ahead and I like to do a to-do box. Sorry, no, first we'll add the lives. I jumped ahead. For this, I really want my to-do list. I like to think ahead of how I want to structure this in terms of what colors I want to focus on. And so I know in this to-do box, I'm going to be having a fair amount of olive, I would assume. Olive, and then that green Pilot G2 pen. I don't have another straight up like green pen for highlighters purposes. So those, I pulled out my closest ones. So for our live schedule, I always do it with, oh, I loved how this yellow popped. But I do want to do, we might stick with this. I really liked how my eye just went to it quickly. So we're going to keep that yellow this week. And it still gives green, like St. Patrick's Day, you'll see the connection, but, you know, gold. Okay, let's start diving in. So I'm going to be adding in our lives now. So, of course, right now we are doing a define planner session, plan with me in chat. So let's start by adding that in first. So all of these times are in Eastern. And again, these are all going to be in the yellow zebra mild liner. This is technically lemon yellow. And I use the bold side to draw those lines. I don't actually use the bold side as often as the fine side, which is why the fine side typically runs out first. But I like that bold side for drawing the straight lines. It's perfect. Also, if there's any specific lives or topics that you would like to see on here, just let me know. Such a great way to do that. Also, thanks M. Wilder for the follow. Welcome. If there's any questions as we're going through this too, just let me know. Okay, so this will be our plan with me and chat. And then we're going to grab that yellow again. And I have such exciting news, you guys. I can't wait to post it. I finished my diamond art kit. I finished the 16 by 20 bookshelf diamond art kit, which is huge. So I'm starting a new one tomorrow night with you guys. I'm going to be doing a diamond art kit coaster, but bring whatever craft you want. Thanks, Spooky. I am so excited to share. I'm going to frame it and stuff. I don't have a frame yet, but I'm going to be posting it before then. Anyway, I am thrilled. It's taking so long. It took so long. And I'm very proud of how it came out. So you guys were there for literally every step of the way, which is amazing. But back to the moral of the story. Tomorrow night is I call it our diamond art kit night, but it's also just a great time for you to do whatever craft you would like to work on. Listen to some good music. Frida asked, can you show the pages behind those? Yes, absolutely. So this is what I love about this is that there is a goal planning system behind in the beginning of every planner. But to start off your month, you are going to actually have these accountability trackers. And so this is going to help you stay accountable in different parts of your life and have fun along the way. So for instance, what is your word of the month? Now, I chose create to align it with our goal, our pathway focus. There's birthdays to celebrate, books to read, movies, podcasts, fitness, water tracking. There's also daily routine, mood, March, budget, which is huge. Everyone loves the budgeting part, and favorite moments. Thanks, Apple, for sharing this. And then you'll have your monthlies. This is where you are going to prep for the month ahead. I always do monthly plan with me sessions as well to help you guys get started. And we also have a full walkthrough of our umbrella goal planning system on Red for you guys to check out. I really want you to make sure that you watch it. It's really helpful in getting started with your defined planner. But on the monthlies, you'll also have people to contact, places to visit, reminders, important tasks, concepts to learn. And in the beginning of the planner, you are also going to have a welcome page, Define's Guide to Achieving Your Goals, Define Myself, Define Deeper. And this was I started this for our Define Lives in August. So this is our August start planner, but currently we have up our 2025 planner. So we actually have redesigned the personal mission statement and vision board for you. And so now there will be lines, and the vision board does not have the quote in the middle. But then you have your umbrella goal planning page where you can set up your long-term goals. Okay. So Frida, does that help explain and walk you through a little bit more about the Defined Planner? If you would like me to go any further, just let me know. But again, I'm really excited okay. I'm so excited to hear that. I'm really excited thank you, announce to the, our Red now has the Define's Guide to Umbrella Goal Planning, which is going to really help you walk through it and better understand how to start this on your own. Okay. Oh, let me just check one thing. There we go. Okay. And here at Define 2, we are a small woman-owned business, and we are specializing in products designed to help you navigate each day with purpose. So that is what this is all about. Right now, I am currently going in and adding in our live schedule to our weekly planners. So I'm going to write Diamond Art Kit Night. And below this, I'm going to grab a green Pilot G2 pen. And just for just for a little extra, write bring your own craft. Because you can work on whatever you would like during this time. Amazing. And then Thursday, you guys, it is officially going to be spring, which I cannot, hold on one second, sorry. Why is there an error? Okay, no, we're good. So I was checking on the flash sale. It's all good. Hey, Josie. Oh, yes, but Thursday morning, we are going to be having our kickoff to spring. So this is going to be a little spring refresh. It's going to be a time to manifest your goals. So we will be doing Melissa, hello. I wanted to share with you too that on Red, we now have a step-by-step video on how to use our umbrella goal planning system that I know is really going to help you with your defined planner. So I wanted to make sure I got to mention that to you. How are you though? Yes, those emojis, Grains, sums up everything about spring, and I'm excited. So we're going to I'm going to make this one a little longer because I know the title is longer of this live, so it's going to be Spring Refresh, Manifest Your Goals. And so this is going to be a walkthrough and workshop of how to use Mystic Michaela's manifestation journal to manifest those goals that we have to kick off spring. Melissa, I'm doing okay. Been super busy getting the garden going. Ooh, that's so exciting. Oh, that is amazing. What kind of flowers are you doing? So manifest your goals. And then down here, I'm going to do this one a little differently because I want to make sure it has a lot of attention towards it, but I'm still going to use the yellow pen or yellow marker. And so this Thursday is our Under the Umbrella book club, which, guys, if you are not a part of, you need to register now. We read The Wedding People. I loved it, and I'm so excited to get to talk about it with everyone. I have a lot of different thoughts. Oh my gosh. Wait, first, Melissa said I have canna lilies that get, oh my gosh, that get 10 feet tall, irises, and then the food garden. That's incredible. That is amazing. 10 feet tall, that's huge. And then Spooky says, I've been enjoying the book. Ooh, okay, how far along are you? Whenever I'm writing something with the marker, I always use the fine tip portion. It gives you that control that you are looking for. 100 pages, so I gotta hurry, LOL. Honestly, I'm not worried because I went through the book so fast. I thought it was such a fast-paced read. I'm not even worried for you. I'm gonna do it Under the Umbrella book club, and then we're gonna go like this. Hey, Garrett. And then we're gonna take the bold end and we're gonna go The Wedding People. I'm trying to decide. I'll probably need 2 lines for that. And we're gonna write, so this is, again, all these times are in Eastern, so this will be at, oh my gosh, I wrote the wrong time on our post this week. You guys. I wrote 7 p.m. We'll have to fix that. It's 8 p.m. Okay. And then I'm going to go over it with the black Sharpie just to call extra attention. The Wedding People. I love how this looks. So those are our lives for the week. Amazing. I'm so used to having everything be at 7. I just want to make sure I do that change after. Okay. Perfect. Now that that's all in, we can put the yellow pen away. And so now what this tells me is every time I look at this, when I see that yellow, that is when our lives are. Amazing. And I also have an event made for our Under the Umbrella Book Club, so you can get notified when we go live that night so you don't miss it. Next, what I like to do is in this Monday afternoon box, I like to add a to-do list because over here I have my top priorities for the week in terms of all parts of my life. But I really like to focus this Monday afternoon box on work. So that way I know, okay, this has to get done in order for this week to feel accomplished, to feel like, okay, I really reached my goals this week. So I like to look at these as mini work goals as my to-do list. So for that, I'm going to stick with our theme of St. Patrick's Day. I am thinking we do, I like this little flag actually. I like that little flag right here. So we're going to do that as in the left side of our to-do list. So I always start by drawing I'll start by drawing that out first. And because I want that straight line, I'm just going to use the line that's already in the planner to guide me. So I'm using, again, that black Sharpie pen to do this. And I always do it first. It really depends on what type of design I'm doing. But I like doing it with the Sharpie pen first and then going in and coloring it with the mild liner. And I don't want this like flag to be too big because I want enough room to write. And so then once you have that pole, you're just going to draw a triangle to connect it, okay? And then we want to draw the three leaf shamrock in there. So to do that, I'm thinking we just, again, do what we did in the positive affirmation box and focus on drawing those 3 hearts. But I'm going to connect it and go like that. And then I'm going to give that a second. And up here, I want to make sure that I know, okay, this is my to-do list. So let's grab, what color is this? Summer green. So we're going to grab our bold end of the summer green pen. And we're just going to do a line across the top here. And that's going to be to do. And then going down the sides, first, let's just color in this flag. I'm going to grab the zebra click art pen. Hey, Liv, thank you. So we're just going to color in this background here. Avoiding coloring in the shamrock. I'm going to leave that white. Okay. And then I'm going to grab a lighter gray. What technically is this? Is called cool gray. So this is our cool gray zebra mild liner. We're going to grab that fine point and we're just going to color in the pole. And so this just adds a little personality to our planner that makes it really fun to look at, and it helps us to express ourselves. That's why I love using it. And that is truly why I do all these like doodles every week, because it's a great way to get that self-expression. Okay, now I am thinking, I don't want to just draw 2 lines down here. So what I do is I think about, how could I incorporate some of these designs in here? Let's just do green hearts going down the sides, and that's going to connect our to-do list. So for that, I'm going to just grab our lighter Pilot G2 green. There's no specific color on here, but I'm going to grab this one, and I'm just going to do little green hearts, and we'll color those in with this pen as well. And I am using, you see how there's these dividing lines to separate the days? That is really the center of each heart. Oh, why is this pen? Okay. There we go. As if shaking would help. There we go. And then I'm going to grab, it was summer green, and we're just going to finish this by going like so. Perfect. And then I usually like to have my top like 3 to-dos in here, so we're just going to do 3 bullet points here. So that way at the end of the week, I can, or as I'm going through the week, I can come back here and check off what gets done. And that is what I do every single week. Okay, next. Now we're going to go ahead, and I'm really excited actually, you guys, because thanks Frida for the follow, because every week for so long, I've been having projects, Diamond Art Kit. That way I didn't forget. And so now I'm excited to announce that I can check it off, which is so cool. So now we're going to need a new project. And what I'm thinking is I will have a new Diamond Art Kit to work on. I'm going to be doing little coasters. And so I'm going to list that as the first one, because that's one project. Would be the diamond coasters. the next I'm just going to write, I am starting this thing where I make a scrapbook every year, like just a little photo album, actually. And so I want to make sure at the end of March, I have all my photos for March. So I'm going to write photo album. And the third project, do I have a third project? I did not necessarily mean to write number 3 because you don't. It does not matter how many projects you have. Like, oh, yes. My third project is really spring cleaning. I am trying to write that down as much as I can so that way I don't overlook it and it doesn't become summer. Hey, Ashley, thank you. Okay, so then what I always do is just for a little extra, no real reason other than I like it, is I'm going to grab, let's do the olive color again, and we're just going to highlight the titles of these first, but I'm not going to highlight the goal ones. You'll see why. But first, we're just going to highlight the positive affirmation, to-do, projects, work reminders, and personal reminders, and meal planning. Okay. Then, thanks, Andrea. Then what I like to do is take a different green. Ideally, it could be this one, but that's not necessarily a highlighter color. So we're going to actually grab the blue-green zebra mild liner, and we're going to highlight the goal parts of this. So this week's pathway focus. And down here, just this little title of break down your monthly action items into weekly action items. And you'll see again, I'm using the bold side of this pen. That is what the bold side is really great for. Okay. Now, I'm trying to think about, depending on the week, I'll either do the meal planning like first or last. But usually I lean towards last to see what I have going on this week. And then I can base my meals off of that. So what do I mean by that? Well, for instance, looking at this, I would see, first, I know that I have to figure out dinner in terms of I want to have it all done before my diamond art kit night so I can be prepped and ready and fueled. Same, for instance, with like Under the Umbrella Book Club. So I want to first, before we really dive into that, take a step back and see what else I have going on this week. This past week was really crazy busy. And so I'm trying to I don't have a crazy amount going on this week, which is really nice. Things are starting to slow down just a little bit, but I still want to keep that color coding up. So first we're going to start with work. With work, I am going to be doing, I'm not sure I want to do, with work, we're going to keep, I like that with the work, we're going to have this to-do list in the, I believe, summer green. So I'm going to use work as summer green. So that way, every time I look, I can see, oh, summer green, that's work related. And for instance, what I like to do is block off time if I know the time, or write in the, hold on one second, guys, sorry. Caffeine Queen is interested in product number 5. Let me grab that. Just give me one moment here. I'm a little stuck. Okay. So, Caffeine Queen, let me show you all first our Navigate journal. Oop. This is going to be your Navigate journal. This is product number 5. And what this is so great for is really the meaning behind it too. So, for every Navigate journal sold, $1, which is equivalent to 10 meals, is donated back to No Kid Hungry to help support the fight against childhood hunger. This is such a high quality journal that I love to use for so many different things. I am someone who needs to do some reflection. I need to write out my thoughts and just help to make sense of them. And so this is 120 GSM ivory paper. And at the top, every page is going to say Navigate Each Day with Purpose, which is also a great little prompt to use if you're not quite sure how to start your own journal session. I recommend starting with this idea of purpose. What does purpose mean to you? How are you currently navigating your days? Are you navigating them with purpose? And seeing where this takes you. There's that beautiful gold trim around as well with an ivory ribbon bookmark. It's this beautiful seafoam green color. Incredible 135 line pages, A5 size. So same size as the planner. So thank you, Caffeine Queen, for showing interest in this one. It is such a powerful tool and such a good purpose behind it. I'm going to put that right over there. If there's anything too you guys would like to see as well, just let me know. Feel free to either write it or use that amazing feature that TikTok has if that's available to you. So, okay. Again, we're going to shift our focus and get back to the weekly planner for just a moment. And so if you know, for instance, tomorrow morning, if you have a 9 o'clock team meeting, you're going to do 2 bold lines because that is how much you're going to need to write team meeting. Whereas another example, Melissa S. is interested in product 11. Yes, let me grab that as well. First, I'm just going to finish up one more example of this, Melissa, and then I'll go right over to that. If that is one example of how you could color code your time block. The other example is, let's say Wednesday afternoon, you have a call from 1:30 to 2:30. I want you to grab the mild liner, your pen, whatever it is, and use the fine side I will be doing, and doing 1 open circle because that symbolizes the start time, and then drawing a line to roughly however long it's going to take you, so 1:30 to 2:30, and this 2:30 will be a closed box because that symbolizes when the meeting or call or whatever it is designed to end. Okay. Now I also want to take a brief pause and just grab product 11, which is our Mystic Michaela Manifestation Journal. Now for this, I'm just going to do a little bit of an overview because I will be doing, hey Sarah, I will be doing a full workshop this Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on manifesting your goals. But for you to join us, I want you to also grab your own Mystic Michaela Manifestation Journal, which is one of our partnerships with psychic aura reader, Mystic Michaela. And this is all about shifting your mindset. It's about focusing on your thoughts, your actions, and your behaviors, and seeing how you can align them and raise them to the highest possible level. And so you're going to have some quotes throughout, a little welcome page, taking accountability, a look inward, so some journaling prompts to get you started, as well as a vision board for those manifestation goals, for what you are trying to create in your own life. And then there is a page here to just kind of guide you, give you a little instruction on what each prompt means. But every single manifestation page is going to follow this guide. So you'll have your daily mantra, your goal and intention, gratitude, self-worth check, scripting, take action, and an evening reflection that you can come back to at the end of every night or end of every day. Powerful tool to really align yourself. Start thinking about how you think, which is really powerful, and trying to shift any negative self-doubt that you may be having, because manifestation is all about the law of attraction. We cannot become what we want if we are remaining what we are. So for instance, if you are on this low vibration, you are going to continue attracting low vibes, low people, low experiences, where we want you to level it up. We want you to be as high vibe as you can. And this is a great way to do that. So thank you, Melissa, for asking about this product as well. Such a beautiful tool. If there's any other questions, just let me know. For now, sorry, we're switching back and forth. This is going to be our, again, weekly planner spread, an example of how you could color code your meetings when you know the time versus when you don't know the time. Hey, Diana, thank you. Okay, now I also want to add, let's see what else we could add in here, okay? So we know that I like to shift over to our to-do list, and we know, okay, we need to plan content. And I also wanted to check off Melissa videos because I wrote this in so I could tell Melissa about us being on Red and how I feel like that's going to be a really in-depth guide to help her out. And I did that, so we're going to check that off. Of course, more will be posted to TikTok as well in regards to that, but I feel like that's really where you're going to find all the information you are looking for. Amazing. But I'm seeing here, okay, we need to plan content, and we need to reply to emails, and we need to prep for book club. So let's see how we can schedule that in. For planning content, I think that is something that we can do this afternoon. I feel like that's going to be a great way to kick off a Monday, really get us ready for that week ahead. So I am going to grab a green Pilot G2 pen to stick to that St. Patrick's Day theme, and we're going to write plan content. Okay, so that is my top priority. The next top priority is going to be prepping for book club. However, that is not something I'm necessarily going to be doing this afternoon because I don't want to do it too soon, but we can start it tomorrow. That is something that I would like to work on in the afternoon tomorrow. And so I'm going to take that summer green one and I'm just going to block off time at the end of the afternoon to plan to start prepping for book club, okay? So that's when we're going to start it. Now, as you're going through your week, you might come across something, oh, I really got to get this done. That is what you add to your to-do list. So for instance, let's say you are going throughout the week and you're like, oh, I really have to finish that presentation. That is my top priority for the week. I'm going to write it into this to-do list. I just wrote priority when I meant presentation. So we're just going to cross that off and write presentation. Because these are going to be your top two priorities for the week. These, I know, right? Thank you. Spooky said those colors together are so satisfying, and I could not agree more. I think having it called summer green is such an interesting name too. And then we're going to take the last to do here because now we know, okay, well, I have time to plan my content this afternoon. I'm going to work on a presentation that just came up, for example. I just wanted to throw that out there because that is how I use this. And let's see, prepping for book club. Great. Now, when are we actually going to make that content? Well, maybe you have some time tomorrow. I'm actually going to grab this one, again, the summer green, and I'm going to write content. And then I'm going to take my black Sharpie pen and go over it. I just also wanted to add one thing to this. Sorry guys, just pausing for 1 second to add something to this video. There we go. Okay. Great. And then looking at the rest of your week, I know that I wanted to add in some more doodles here as well. So we are going to make sure to have the ability to do that. But let's just finish up scheduling in any meetings or specific time to work on tasks. And so you'll notice I'm drawing a box here, and that is because I don't know a start time and an end time for something. However, I do know that this is the morning it has to get done. So I'm just going to block off a fair amount of time that morning to finalize edits / the project. Okay? And I'm just going to add these dots for a little extra something. And so those are 3 examples of how you could go about time blocking in a way when you know the time and when you don't know the time, because that happens a lot. Fabulous. Now, let's add in any personal plans we have for the week. On Saturday, I am visiting one of my friends, and so for that, I'm going to do this really cute gnome, okay? I love a good gnome. I'm thinking of starting it with pencil just to make sure I draw it in a way that brings joy. So I'm going to grab just a mechanical pencil. And I love this eraser, the High Polymer Eraser Pentel. Favorite one. Okay. So let's draw that right over here. So to do that, I'm going to just start by drawing the nose. That gives us a good sense of placement. So we're going to draw that nose there, and then we can see like there's a little brim of the hat. Oh, I'm going to just move that over a little bit. So we're going to draw, that's why we do this in pencil. We'll see the little brim there. This just gives us a good idea of what we want to trace. And if you make a mistake, now's the time to do that. And then we're going to carry this hat up. This one technically has like a shamrock on the hat. I'm just going to leave that out because I don't want it. Because he's going to be holding a shamrock. So I'm like, we don't need to do that. And then I'm going to do a little buckle right here. I want you to see the full buckle, so we're going to edit that part too of this. That'll be in gold. And I'll get to how I suggest coloring this too in just a second. And then we're going to draw the beard. And so a little texture here. Okay. And then he'll have a little smile here, but we're not going to draw that in just because there's really no reason to. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Oh, and thanks, Mood, for sharing this live as well. I always appreciate that. And then we're going to draw the little arms. Okay, so this arm's going to go there, as well as this arm. I just want to then there's a chance, I lied, guys. Erase, that's why we do this in pencil. We're going to start with the body because I'm realizing now that it has to look a little different in my head. So we're going to actually go like this. That's where his, the side is going to be of him. And then this part of his beard is going to connect to the other side of his body. And then we're actually going to have it be his feet going here. So we're just going to draw roughly like a half a circle and then just a straight line on both sides. And then we're going to actually have his body connect like so. Okay. I think that'll work. And then we're going to now add in the arms. So actually, we're going to do this, what do you call this part? His wrist first. So this will be his little wrist with his little mitten hand. And then let's just have it go there. That works. And then we're going to do the other side. Now with this, he is going to be holding a 4-leaf clover. So let's draw first this part. To match. But then for the hand here, we're going to actually have the thumb here. We're still going to draw it like a mitten. But the key here is going to be having the 4-leaf clover look like it's under this line right here so that he's holding it. Like picture his thumb over a stem. So we're going to have the stem connecting through the middle of that thumb placement. Does that make sense? And then up here, we're going to go and draw, instead I've been saying over in the other ones we drew 3 hearts. Now we're going to be drawing 4 hearts to make it a 4-leaf clover. Hey, Alicia. And for this, it's really helpful to almost think of it as like a crisscross. And so that'll keep your hearts more in line. So you see how this is one part of the crisscross, and then I'm actually going to go diagonal and then fill in like this. And then we're going to bring this up and having, you see how they overlap? Make it the full piece of the pie. Spooky's got to go for a meeting. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, yes, you too. Thanks for joining us. I always love seeing you guys on here. It makes my day. Next, we're going to grab our black Sharpie pen again. And I'm just going to outline what we just did. Starting with this hat here. There's no really right, like you can start anywhere you want. This is just what caught my eye to start with first. I always go top down rather than down up. Okay. And then his cute little nose. Oh, absolutely, Spooky. I'm so glad you like it. Oh, make sure to send me your spread too. I love sharing those. Okay, and then his little belly. Perfect. And then we'll just do the oh my gosh, you guys, I just messed up the shamrock, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter. And then we'll just go like this. Perfect. And then we're going to go over with the eraser. I'm going to start by just doing his hat because that would have dried already. And just gently doing it. Don't press too hard. But I do find that this pen doesn't really smudge, which is really crucial. Part of the reason why I love it. Honestly, mainly the main reason. And just getting rid of any extra pencil marks that you see. Anything like that. And then it also reveals if, like, for instance, you see there how I missed a connection point. Great. And then we're going to grab, actually, you know what we're going to grab? I'm thinking we grab this Stabilo pen. This is a Stabilo 0.88 pen. And this is what we're going to use to color it in. So that way it's as close to like a green shamrock color as we want. So just going in like this. And it doesn't bother me. Like, you don't have to make it so it's fully, like, there's no white. Just because with a pen like this, it is, I would say, harder to make sure that that's not the case. And so if you just keep it consistent, it'll turn out great. It gives it more of that doodle look as well. Okay. Thanks, Miss Kim. Okay, and then we're going to actually take that black Sharpie pen one last time, and we're just going to draw, I don't know what you would call these, but like little lines in the middle to just add extra texture and dimension. Okay. Now we go ahead and color in the little gnome here. First, we're going to start with his beard. And for the beard, I'm going to do a gray, I think. That's what I'm vibing with. But actually, we're not going to color in the entire beard. We're just going to do it on the outside to give it just a little bit of something, but nothing too crazy. Just like that. Okay? That's all we're going to do there. So then we're going to add in... love, oh my gosh, Delina just finally bought the planner. Yes, amazing. Welcome to the Define community. I am so excited to have you. And then we're actually just going to do it over here as well to separate his little nose. Perfect. Now the hat, tricky. For the hat, I'm thinking we do it the Click Art Zebra pen. Nadia, hi there. When you're writing the planner, be easily. Yes, Jelena. Not like I need another planner, but it was the right price. No, it's also the right planner. This is really gonna, I'm excited to see how you find it helping you with your tracking and really setting yourself up for success. Oh, okay. Nadia said, hi there. When you're writing, does the planner bend easily? Yes. So this is a lay flat planner. So that way you get that full freedom to use the entire page. If that's what, I feel like that's what you're asking. And so that way you're not awkwardly having to like move your arm. You know how like sometimes like this space right here is not available if it's not a lay flat planner. It is fully lay flat. This is what it's all about. 120 GSM bleed proof bright white paper with a lay flat bind. Trust me, I know how important that is. So we got your back on that one. Absolutely. Great question. And I'm just going to finish up this hat right over here. I love the shamrocks. Yes. Happy St. Patrick's Day, you guys. I need to know, do you guys do corned beef and cabbage at all? Anyone here? So right now we really have these morning, afternoon, evening blocks designed so that way you can structure your day. There's always, I will never say never to anything. We'll have to see where this takes us. And then we're going to grab the black Sharpie pen again, and we're just going to color in this little belt here, but do not color in the square. Oh, I should have colored in. Hold on. So let's go ahead and actually, I missed a little spot. I want this, just the center to be the green because that's part of the hat as well. Now I put the yellow away, but I'm going to put it back out because I want this buckle here to be that bright yellow. Oh, fair. Work, home, and... Okay, so let me give you another option then. Because if you divide your day... Jelena's saying that she divides their day into home, work, and today. Honestly, you could just cross off morning and write work, home, day, today. Like, this, you can make it your own. You can even just, like, write in the titles, cross it off. There's so many different ways that you could do that. And so I think that that's actually going to totally work for you. For the body, I want it to be the highlighter, so we're going to make his body olive. Okay, so his body's now olive. Oh, I missed his arm. His sleeve, we're going to make it summer green. And his gloves are going to be the same color as his hat. Thank you. I love a little gnome leprechaun, like so cute. And his feet are also going to be this color. But yeah, Galena, I would recommend separating, just like crossing off this morning, and you can do it that way as well. I just want to make sure that that's something that you consider. And then we're just going to grab that light gray once again and go over the bottom of his shoe just to give it like that. And that is our gnome, our little leprechaun gnome. And I'm going to then block off my Saturday because I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I'm spending time with one of my friends. And so for that, I'm going to write in, I don't think I have any personal color yet. Have not chosen one. Oh, thank you so much for the finger heart. I'm going to grab, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I want, ooh, this one's really pretty. I don't know if it matches this one enough. Oh, this is what I was looking for. This is another Stabilo pen. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Galena. This is the dark green Stabilo pen. I want to make sure you can see that. And so I'm just going to write that I am visiting Sarah. And then we can use the rest of this to add in just some personality, some doodles, because there's not like enough doodles for my satisfaction yet. But let me grab, oh, there's one more thing I cannot forget to do tonight, and that is I need to fill out my March Madness bracket. Don't ask me any questions on it. I don't know anything about it, but I do it every year for the past like 3 years. So I cannot forget to do that. That is what I have to do tonight. Also, I was just kidding about the questions. I just haven't done my research yet. And then I'm always wondering why I get pen on my hands. That is why. And so this I'm just going to put in this color so I don't forget. Okay. Fabulous. And then going back over here because I got distracted, we're going to just grab that Sharpie pen once again. And we're going to add in, I like these little Irish hearts. I think it's really cute and a little different as well. So like those as well as the bucket of gold. So let's do the pot of gold down here. I'm not going to use a pencil just because this isn't anything too crazy, in my opinion. So we're just going to go like this. It's really just like a big circle-ish. And then it kind of gives witch's cauldron. Then we'll go like that. And this will be our pot of gold. Which can only mean one thing has to go above it, or right here, which is a rainbow. And so we're going to copy, I really like this concept. I'm just trying to decide. I think then that means the cloud would be over here. So let's just do, we're basically going to do it in the opposite direction. And I'm not too worried about like getting every color of the rainbow. So we're just going to do 3, I think. Maybe 4. Let's just do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so let's color these in first. I don't really want to color this all in black, so I'm thinking we just make it a dark gray. Just because black is a harder one to color in for that much space. So we're just gonna go like this. And actually, I forgot one thing that I did like in the drawing we saw, is that they did add a 3-leaf clover in here. I am so confused as to when I should be using a 3-leaf clover and a 4-leaf, but it just is what it is. So we're gonna do that there. And then we're gonna finish coloring it in with the gray. And when you have like a drawing, like this example, how you have the clover within like the highlighter, outline it with the fine first, so that way you don't accidentally color inside of it, just like that. And then you have that freedom to go a little bit more quicker and extend the pace. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna grab this Pilot G2 pen again, because I want it to match that one up there. Fabulous. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab that yellow again that I keep putting away, that I don't know where it went. Let me see, there it is. To do the gold coins. Perfect. And then while I have this out, I know that I want this second one to be yellow, because it's going to go red, yellow, green, and blue. So I'm just going to do that now. And then I do have to use other different colored mild liners. So for instance, this is going to be a cyan, and that'll be down here. I'm also going to grab, I think in this case, we'll use the Click Art pen for the other green down here. And then for the top one, it's going to be the Marigold Zebra Mild Liner. And then we're going to finish this part off with this lighter gray. What is this talking? Cold gray, right? Cool gray. This darker one here is dark gray. And we're just going to go over the cloud just like that. That's it. Amazing. And now up here, we're going to go in and add in those little hearts we were talking about. So, no, hold on first. Sorry, guys. Jumping back to the Monday morning box, this is where we need to do that. So we're going to actually have it go like this. I'm trying to think, actually. No, we're going to stick with plan A, and that's doing it over here. Okay. So just drawing your heart, and then to make the Irish flag, green, white, orange. Green, white, orange. Okay. And we can mix it up too. So we'll do another vertical here. But up here, let's just like do it a little differently. Let's go horizontal. Like so. Why not, right? And then over in this corner, we'll go in and color those. I'm just going to give it a minute. We're first going to do a little cupcake up here and write Happy St. Patrick's Day. And so this is going to be the little cupcake holder. And it'll go green, white, green, white. And then to draw the little cupcake, we're just going to go like, I don't know how to explain this part, so. And then we're going to connect them like that. And then in here, we're going to do another little shamrock, like so. Okay, and then we're going to write Happy St. Patrick's Day in this Stabilo pen. Because you can see I covered it up a little bit over there. and then we're gonna go back and color things in. So I'm actually gonna use this colored Stabilo. It's a little bit of a different green. There's no color names on these, which I find interesting, but we're just gonna go like this. And then I want this one to actually be a lighter one, so we're gonna grab that green Click Art pen. Same, it's zebra, but it's a Click Art version. Hey Heather, thank you. And then I'm actually gonna grab an even lighter yellow to look like the frosting. So what is this one? This one is going to be sherbet yellow. That's cute, I love that. And that's gonna be for this little frosting on the cupcake. And then we're gonna go back to Saturday morning and we're gonna color in that flag. So for these, our orange is gonna be, let's see, I feel like a Stabilo combination is gonna be our best bet. I'm trying to decide the best kind of orange here. Actually, the one I'm finding here is actually a Staedtler pen. So this is a Staedtler fine liner, and that's what we're going to use for the oranges on these. Coloring in the third part of this. So here and then at the bottom. Putting that, and then just in case I do want to grab it again, we're going to keep that there. And then we're going to grab this green and color in the first one. Okay. And then just to like add a little bit more, I'm going to grab that gray once again. And this is definitely optional. You can just go around them. This isn't to look like a shadow. If I wanted it to be a shadow, you would only do it for the downstrokes. In this case, I'm just doing it to add a little pop. Okay. Fabulous. Now I just wanted to see one thing here before I move on. Okay, so there's about 10 minutes left in this live, so I want to make sure that we cover the rest of our bases. Next week, I don't think, there's nothing too crazy. So for this next week's box, for the moment, I'm going to leave it blank. And at the end of the week, I'll probably go in and write my top work tasks. So let's just do this. We're going to add it to be, we're going to highlight it with this. And I'm going to write a note that says work priorities. Okay, so that is what I'm going to reserve this box for. And then over here in the Sunday evening box, I want to add that we did a little St. Patrick's Day dinner. So for that, we're going to do some, I'm thinking a balloon actually. So let's grab the black Sharpie pen again. And to draw those balloons, I'm starting off with like a little triangle down here and a circle over here. And then to look like it's behind it, ooh, I did not do that right. Let's think, hold on. We're just gonna shift the way I was thinking about doing this. We're just gonna have it go like, look like two balloons. I was gonna make it look like one with one behind it, which actually we're gonna do. I lied again, okay. Let's go like that, perfect. And then these are just gonna connect like so. And then because this was a personal time, I am going to write it with the green Stabilo pen. Okay. And then we're going to add in the shamrock into this balloon. You can do it straight. You can do it at an angle. There's no right or wrong here. And I'm going to grab the olive mild liner because I want these to be not filled in with like a pen for certain spaces like this. It's just easier to have an actual like marker. That right there. And then the one behind it, we're going to make that yellow again. So grabbing the lemon yellow, we're going to fill out the balloon that's right behind it. Just like so. Wait, that looks so cute. I love that. Okay. And then I wanted to go back to here and just add in some little doodles that like align with, again, the St. Patrick's Day theme to make that a little more apparent. And instead of going it all with the black Sharpie pen, I want to take our green Stabilo pen because I found it a little tricky to color in those hearts with the Pilot G2 pen. So we're going to take our Stabilo pen instead. And we are going to go down here and just draw some more little shamrocks. The four leaf ones will be this green, and then I will grab a lighter green, and those are going to be three. Okay, well, because of the way that this worked out, the darker green is going to be the 3-leaf clover, and the 4-leaf will be a lighter green. One tip I have when you're just like going about this is you do have to be a little flexible in terms of like, I don't want you guys to get stuck on it being, quote, perfect, because when it comes to this, that's not what it's about. It's really about enjoying the process and seeing where it takes you. There's so many times that I go in with an idea that just like you have to shift the way you're going to approach it. Like, is this an ideal looking 3-leaf clover? No, right here. This one got a little messed up. That's okay. Like, this is our planner, so we can be okay with how it looks. Like, we can enjoy it. It doesn't have to be perfect to make it great. And you'll learn as you do this more too. Like, even after that, I noticed, okay, well, let me draw the stem first because they're going to come out better if I do that. And just trusting in the final the final product is what you need to do. Okay? That's my little piece of advice for you for the moment. Because I know at the beginning of all this, it was so easy to focus on, oh, I made a mistake. I can't cross it out. It'll look funny. Why? Just cross it out. It doesn't matter. Because ultimately, the planner isn't about it looking perfect. It's about working for you, and finding a system that you can rely on is huge. And this is the system that brings me such joy and increases my motivation, honestly. That's why I like to do this. So yeah, it's my little tidbit. We're going to grab a lighter one too. I'm thinking, I don't know if I have a lighter Stabilo, but I have a lighter Stapler pen that we're going to grab. They're like the same thing. Thanks, Vanity. And I know I mentioned that these would be a 4-leaf clover, but I think I'm just like so comfortable with drawing the 3-leaf that I'm just going to stick with that. And we're not going to add a ton of these. Yeah. One of the things you'll notice is that I do switch between Stabilo and Stapler. When I don't have the color in the Stapler when the Stabilo that I want, I use the Stapler. And I used to love Stapler pens. The only hard part I find is that the tip gets very like smushed down easily, and that really frustrates me. So I have leaned away from using these. If you don't have that problem, these are another great option. I feel like these are kind of a good starter pack too. I know most of the time when people are talking about pens, the first ones that they try are the Stapler. So you're in good hands either way, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And then I'm noticing I left the meal planning blank, so we're just going to go ahead and add in what's going on there. I almost did the wrong color. We're going to go with the dark green because the light green was our reminders. And then Friday, I don't know yet. So TBD on Friday. But yeah. This looks fabulous, you guys. That is how I like to go about setting up my weekly planner with you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys tuning in every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern for these amazing Plan With Me sessions. Thank you, you know who. And that is a wrap on week 12, March 16th to March 22nd in our Defined Planner for this week's weekly spread. Thank you guys so much once again for joining us. And as always, I hope you all continue to navigate each day with purpose. I will be back on tomorrow night. Fury, let me just restart it. Oop, hold on. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. We can pause for a second. I'll stay on if you would like me to, of course. So let me just go ahead and get that flash sale going for you one more time. It'll take about a minute to kick in, so just give me 1 sec. Because I can always add more doodles, you guys. I am not in a rush to hop off in here at all. Also, thanks, Julie, for the follow. Okay, Fury, that is going to be back up in about 50 seconds. And for anyone else on here who is looking to shop the deal. Elizabeth, I upload these to Red. So if you want to watch it back, go for it. I love that. I'll be uploading it this afternoon so you can get your own planning session. Yeah. Absolutely. And you guys, I'm just going to spend another 10 minutes on here just so you guys can all get your own defined planner. You can never add enough doodles, and so let's do it. Another great option too is to go back to Sunday and, thank you for the follow, Fury, and to write in what you do. So Sunday morning I really chilled. It was a low key, but then I did go for a nice little walk in the afternoon. And so we're just going to add that in here. Perfect. Now I'm just going to refer back to this and see what else we can add. Oh, thanks, Kate. Appreciate it. I don't think the harp, I don't really get the harp. Is this a thing? I don't know. But it looks fun to draw. So let's actually just draw a harp. Why not? We're going to draw a harp right over here. And perfect. Okay, that looks like a harp. And then we're going to color it in with the yellow around it. And then let's just do some musical notes around it. I actually didn't know that harps had a connection to this. But the more you know. Does it have to do with the Irish jig? Maybe. Okay. Like, I love how we can just take that time to just add in. Like, this is the best part. It brings so much joy. And every time you look at this planner, it's going to remind you of it. Oh my gosh, you play the harp, Elizabeth? Wait, that's incredible. Oh, and it's because of Irish Celtic music. Wait, that is the coolest thing I've ever heard. No, I've never known anyone to play the harp. How did you get into that? That's a really cool talent. It's so beautiful. Oh, I love that. And now I know it's because of Irish Celtic music. See, things like that. You'll always learn more on here, and that's what I love. I'm also going to draw a horseshoe. I had a little hard time last week drawing this, so we're just going to give it our best shot again. Harp is the symbol of Ireland. Wow. I did not know that. How did I not know that? Okay. I apologize for not knowing that, you guys. That's crazy. Okay, and then this is going to go like this. Oh, you use Google. Okay, cool. Our shipping time frame is so fast, Fury. It's like, depends on where you live, like 2 to 5 business days. We'll send it out this afternoon. So you will have it in time for next week's planning session. Mark it in your calendars. Ooh, you're in Wisconsin. Okay. I don't know specifically based off of that because I'd have to put in a calculator thing, but super fast. Same day shipping. Yes, that would be amazing. It'll be as soon as possible, which is so exciting. I love that. I'm so happy to hear that. That's what it's all about. Oh, and you take lessons on the harp. It's a beautiful instrument. If I didn't have to work, I could practice more. Okay, totally fair. It is beautiful. I feel like that's such a unique ability too. That's amazing. Definitely back plan, Delina. Like you can also like just go and use it as like a little, I recommend using it as a memory planner in your case. So going back, you can always like print out pictures, add in stickers, record what you did. But also feel free to just start with now and move forward. I think that's totally fair. There's no right way to do it. You can always just dive in and start where we're at. And you'll have all the way, like, for a very long time now. So, like, you aren't that far, but you're not far behind at all. These only started in January. So, either back plan or just start fresh. Kick it off. Wait, I can't believe you play the harp. That's, like, so cool to me. I love that. I'm also going to grab, I want to add in some more hearts, I think. We're just going to do some clovers, actually. Down here. Okay, there's 4 minutes left in this live, you guys. I want to make sure you're all grabbing your defined planner so you can join us next week with our planning session. Oh, this pen is not, why isn't it coloring in very well? Okay. We're just going to switch back over. Good morning, Tina. How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Let me take a look. Thanks, Trish. For the undated, yeah. Let me flip to that. Where is that one? Yeah, I can do that one for $22.50. Oh. No, I can't. It would... Actually, yeah, JM, I can totally do that. Let me set that up right now for you. So that's actually going to go down to $17.50. We're going to do that one for 5 minutes. How does that sound? So our undateds are fabulous. These are going to be, those will be the exact same setup. Absolutely. Those will be the exact same setup, just no dates, with space for you to add in the month, or sorry, the month and the weeks, things like that. So same setup, same amazing paper quality. I love it. Such a great option. Same size, literally the exact same. Let me just grab, hold on once. If you want to give me one moment, I can grab one for you. So this, for instance, would be the Tranquil Garden Undated Planner. It's the same A5 size, so 5.8 by 8.3 inches, 2 ribbon bookmarks, elastic band closure, gold edging, gold trim on the sides, interior back pocket, and you will still get our goal planning system with those amazing trackers every month, as well as your monthlies and your weeklies. Let me go ahead and pin this product for you as well. Pin. Okay. Amazing. Welcome to the Define community. I'm so excited. Oh, I love an undated planner. It's such a great option too. Yes, so many amazing options. You can get the undated, the dated. So many. But you really can't go wrong with either too. You could always get both. I actually recommend, I love having both because you could actually do more creative in the undated if you would like. And so that way you can base it off of your dated, so you know what week we're on. And you could use one for personal, one for work. There's so many options. I know a lot of people actually use the undated for their personal so they can be extra creative with it. And then they use the dated for their work. So they have those dates because, of course, work-wise, you really want to have those dates. You need to have that structure and ability to know, oh, okay, March 17th, I have a plan with me. Like things like that, which makes such a difference. And that deal right now is actually insane. So make sure you check those out. And if you've never used one, you can always just try it. Like, see how you like it. You only know once you try. Tina said that would be great for the book you read as well. Yes, you could note different things about the books in the month, in the morning, afternoon, evening. You could use it as a book journal. That's a fabulous idea. We do actually, though, have a book booklet that I would recommend if you are looking for something for your book tracking. I would use our book booklet. It's my favorite. Trying to find. Is there anything else I could add to this too? I'm trying to see what else could we add. I feel like I want more green. I'm not sure this is popping. Let's take this click art pen again. And we're going to right up here, make your own luck. Just to add a little something. And then we're going to actually let's take the green overlaying it. And we're going to go like this. Oh, thanks, Tina. I love the look of like cursive over just like written over print. I don't know why. I'd probably do it smaller. Just ordered, thank you again. Do you help set up the beginning pages? Actually, JM, I just posted to Red a step-by-step on our umbrella goal planning system. And I will definitely be posting more about tips for the beginning and things like that. So make sure you are also subscribing on Red, following us here on TikTok, and to stay up to date with it all. Because I'll definitely be doing a workshop too on live about setting up the planner, using the goal planning. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. I post our schedule every week to keep you guys informed and up to date with the latest and greatest. Absolutely. Thank you. Welcome to the Define community. I'm so happy to have you here. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. This was such an amazing way to kick off the week. Again, I'll be back on here tomorrow night, so stay tuned for that. And until then, have a fabulous day and make sure to navigate each day with purpose. Send me your weekly spreads and I will share them with our community. Thank you guys.